Sam, a hard-working farmer, lived in the village of Kingsford with his wife Rachel. Sam worked tirelessly on his fields, which resulted in the best crops in the entire village. However, this success was hard for his friend Matthew to accept, while Matthew pretended to be his best friend. Deep down, he was jealous of Sam. Sam was a diligent and kind hearted man, but he had one bad habit. He didn't respect his wife, Rachel. He never spoke to her lovingly, always addressing her with anger and scolding. Matthew was well aware of this and often fueled Sam's behavior by advising him.
Always talk to your wife with anger. That way, she will stay afraid of you and you will always have control in the house.
Sam, unfortunately, always followed his friend's advice. That year, too, Sam's crops were the best in the village. After harvesting, he stored the crops in his warehouse. This was more than Matthew could tolerate. Out of jealousy, one night, when Sam was sleeping peacefully at home, Matthew set fire to his warehouse, destroying all his crops. The next morning, Sam was devastated to see his hard work reduced to ashes. Matthew pretended to console him, but inside, he was delighted. Sam returned home and, in his frustration, unfairly blamed Rachel for the loss, saying it was somehow her fault. Rachel silently endured his harsh words, understanding that he was speaking out of his pain. Days passed in this distress, and Sam relied on his savings to manage household expenses. However, there came a time when the savings were almost gone. Sam was deeply worried about how they would survive until the next crop season. Seeing Sam's distress, one day Rachel suggested, "We need money to manage household expenses and prepare for the next crop. Why don't we set up a biryani cart? I'll prepare the biryani every day and you can sell it around the village." Sam liked her suggestion. The next morning, Rachel cooked the biryani, and as Sam was about to leave, he said,
I don't know if anyone will even like your biryani. Don't make me come back with it unsold. We are already short on money.
With that, he left. Within just an hour of selling the biryani, a man approached Sam and bought a plate. After taking the first bite, the man began praising the biryani, saying he had never tasted something so delicious before. By noon, all the biryani was sold out. Sam felt ashamed. He thought,
I always criticized Rachel's cooking. And today, it's because of her that I have earned this money.
when he returned home, the first thing he did was apologize to Rachel and ask her to prepare more biryani for the next day.
Everyone loved your biryani.
He said. The following day, Rachel prepared a larger batch, which also sold out quickly. Sam then suggested,
Why don't we rent out a shop near our house? That way, we won't have to go door to door. And if the biryani runs out, you can prepare more and send it to the shop.
Sam set up a biryani shop which gradually became very successful. Meanwhile, this success was unbearable for Matthew. Out of spite, he spread a rumor in the village that Sam used meat from dead animals in his biryani. However, no one believed him, and the biryani's popularity continued to grow. On the other hand, Matthew's vegetable crop grew exceptionally large and looked impressive. When he took it to the market to sell, people were skeptical. They wondered,
How did his vegetables grow so big? He must have used some harmful chemicals.
This rumor spread across the village, and no one bought Matthew's vegetables. He suffered significant losses, and no one trusted his crops anymore. Every time he tried farming, his crops wouldn't sell. Matthew realized that his misfortune was the result of his jealousy. One day, Matthew went to Sam, confessed everything, and apologized. Sam, however, refused to forgive him. Seeing this, Rachel said, God has already punished him. Who are we not to forgive him? Matthew then asked Sam for a job, saying,
If you could give me some work, it would make my life a little easier.
Sam was hesitant, but at Rachel's insistence, he agreed. Matthew started working at Sam's shop, and every day he was reminded of his wrongdoing. The person he had wronged the most was now helping him in his time of need. Matthew repented for his actions and spent his time seeking forgiveness from God.